Okay, this is another video I'm gonna do of a series of videos for this channel. I warn you, there is a sensitive, very sensitive content within the you know, the com- the, basically there is very sensitive content within the paragraph and sentences of what you're about to read here. Now, I'm not gonna say the word for what it is because I don't really speak the language of hate, and I'm just telling you, there's a reason why they feed that, and this is gonna, when you see what you're about to see, when you hear what you're about to hear, you'll start to understand how they're basically twisting language around to basically people speak from a perspective of hate, even when they don't mean it. When they don't mean from the language of hate, when they mean from a more clear and kind-hearted perspective, it's kind of effed up that the fact that their own words are being used against them because of them being, forced into this hive mind of language of hate, of which they are enforcing on a lot of people through the advertisement, through the music industry, through the gaming industry, through the entertainment, anything, etc. That what they do, they make it seem like it's okay for you to be able to continue to do that, but you need to understand it's not. Anyway, without further ado, let's get started. Again, I don't claim any copyright for any of the content being shown. I'm just, distributing this out for people to be able to wake up, considering what this person's doing. They've already they already are showing that they want people to understand and know. So that's the clarification on that. Where did the word picnic come from? Wake up, brothers and sisters. It was typical to have a picnic on a Friday evening in Oklahoma. The word was short for a blank to lynch. They would lynch a black male and cut off. Well, as you can see it, I'm not gonna read too far into that, but as you can see, this went on every weekend in this country, and it was all across the country. So-called African American, so-called blacks, tribe of Judah. Here is another little known black history fact. This is information. This information is in the African American archives at the Smithsonian Institute. Although not taught in American learning institutions in literature, it is most black history professionals. You want to know why they don't teach this? You want to know the real reason why? Because the uh, they want the entertainment industry to teach them the opposite way of this, so that they'll grow more acceptive towards this nature, without them understanding the roots about the things that are really going on. That's what it is, man. Now, okay, history, professional circles, and literature that the origin of the term picnic derives from the acts of lynching African Americans. I would have not known this at a younger age, okay? I would have not known this at all. You know how many times they use the word picnic in elementary? You want to know how many times they use the word picnic in uh what do they call that? That's not elementary, but not babysitting, but pre-K. Pre-K. You want to know how many? Do you see that word in so many books that they teach to kids, man? That they're teaching and reading to kids. This now, when you see this word for what it really is and what it really represents, do you think this is appropriate? Do you really like? I'm gonna be honest here. This is not an appropriate term to be teaching to any kid, man. I mean, not teaching, but you know what I'm getting at, for anyone to use, man. It's not an appropriate term for it to be used at all, especially for a kid. But they'll hide the meaning. They'll say, "Oh, it means to, the lady." They just go ahead and get a blanket and a basket down with food, and go to a local park and eat. This is another deflection attempt that they're using from actual things that actually fulfill their perspective. They'll trick you into making you believe something is something else, when in reality, they're fixating you to actually go ahead and do and use said thing by feeding you false information. Same thing with the term SWAG, which they have all over these sports magazines and stuff like that, but they won't tell you its real term. This is where individuals would pick a black person to, you know, and make this into family gathering. There would be music and picnic, not Nick being with white acronym for it. Yeah, I'm not even gonna say that. Scenes of this were in the movie Rosewood. The black producers and writers should have chosen to use the word barbecue or outing instead of the word picnic to attempt to tie lynchings to family outings. Where food was served is to misunderstand the real nature of these events. Rather, they were outbreaks of mass white hysteria and attempts by groups of white or to terrorize or brutalize. Not all. Now, today, not all white. Not all. Oh, excuse me. Not all Caucasians are like this. Okay. Not no, in any sense of the word. Not all, man. In the end, we're all are being deceived here. All of us. It doesn't matter whether you're black, it doesn't matter whether you're white, Hispanic, Islamic, any of that, it doesn't matter. Like we're all being deceived in some way for these perpetrators to fulfill their hierarchy for what they want. Now, at this point, this is just getting even more and more sensitive, so I'm not really gonna read anymore. If you want, you could just go straight to it. Yeah, yeah. That I had no idea, absolutely no idea, man. And it just goes to show you that there is yeah, there's wow. That that man again, I'm not. This video is not in representation of this word that's being shown here. Okay, it's not. It's not for any defamation of anybody's self character, anybody's race of any kind whatsoever. This is only for educational purposes, so people will understand the truth of what they are hiding from you. With that said, this is MM. I'm over and out. Oh, wait a minute. Go back. Did I even stop the thing? No, I